Hello, baseball fans. This is a special edition of Pulseo Deportivo. It's that time of year again for the Baseball Hall of Fame voting. Once again, I have the honor and privilege of participating in the process as a member of the Baseball Writers Association of America. This year, there is a total of 25 eligible players, including 11 in their first year of eligibility. Returning for the 2021 ballot is Bobby Abreu, Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, Todd Helton, Andrew Jones, Jeff Kent, Andy Pettitte, Manny Ramirez, Scott Rowland, Curt Schilling, Gary Sheffield, Sammy Sosa, Omar Vizquel, and Billy Wagner. The first timers are Aramis Ramirez, Mark Burley, AJ Burnett, Michael Kadire, Dan Herron, LaTroy Hawkins, Tim Hudson, Torrey Hunter, Nick Swisher, Shane Victorino, and Barry Zito. Most of these players will probably be dropped from the next ballot as a result of not receiving the required 5%. In the process, each voter can select up to 10 players, and to be inducted, you need to receive 75% of the votes. That said, here are my selections for this year's ballot. My first three are mainstays of my previous ballot since 2014: Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, and Sammy Sosa. All three are in their ninth year. It's not easy dealing with the so-called steroids era because I can't single out who did or did not use performance-enhancing drugs or products during that time. But I do draw a line after Major League Baseball and the Players Association adopted the Joint Drug Prevention and Treatment Program in 2006. Last year, Clemens received 61% of the votes, Bonds 60.7%, and Sosa 13.9%. And the clock is ticking for all three players. It's difficult to fathom Bonds, probably the best hitter of his generation and maybe of all time, as well as home run leader and seven-time MVP winner, not having his plaque in Cooperstown, as well as Clemens, with his 354 victories and 7 Cy Youngs. I consider both of them Hall of Famers before the so-called steroids era. In Sosa's case, 609 homers and 1,667 RBIs also merit Hall of Fame attention. Let's continue with Curt Schilling, who has probably the best possibilities of reaching the Hall this year after a 70% tally in his last year's ballot. 216 victories, more than 3,000 strikeouts, and an outstanding postseason record of 11-2 are some of his credentials. This is his third year. This is the third year I vote for him, and I didn't in the past mostly due to the logjam in the ballot. But I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't make it in his ninth year of eligibility. Schilling has made controversial comments in the past that have made headlines for all the wrong reasons. Still, he makes my list once again because of what he did in the baseball diamond, although I do not condone his past expressions. The Hall of Fame has great relievers like Mariano Rivera, Trevor Hoffman, Lee Smith, Dennis Eckersley, Rollie Fingers, Goose Gossage, and Bruce Sutter. Therefore, Billy Wagner should also be included with his 422 saves, an ERA of 2.31, and 1,196 strikeouts in 16 seasons. Batters average 187 against the lefty flamethrower. Also on my list is Todd Helton, who batted 300 or more in 12 of his 17 seasons and finished with a lifetime average of 316. He also had 2,519 hits, 369 homers, and 1,406 RBIs. Yes, he played all his career in Colorado, but you still have to be a very good player to finish with numbers like that. Next on my list is Bobby Abreu. Although he didn't win a batting or home run title or reach magical numbers like 3,000 hits and 500 homers, I still consider that he was a very good player with 2,470 hits, 574 doubles, 288 homers, and 400 stolen bases. He also had a WAR of 60, in line with outfielders Andre Dawson, Dave Winfield, Vladimir Guerrero, and Kirby Puckett. All of them are in the Hall of Fame. Dave Omar Vizquel is also included in my ballot. Last year, he received 52.6% of the votes. In 24 season, he won 11 Gold Gloves, and his fielding percentage of 985 is the best of all shortstops. And he also has the sixth greatest amount of hits for a player in his position with 2,877. Definitely one of the best defensive shortstops I have ever seen. That's why he's on my list. With Vizquel, that's 8. The last two names made my ballot for the first time. First up is third baseman Scott Rowland, 8-time Gold Glove winner. Only Mike Schmidt and Brooks Robinson have more. He was also a very solid offensive player with a 281 average, as well as more than 300 homers, 1,200 RBIs, and he had 2,077 hits. Jeff Kent was the other new addition. He had a lifetime batting average of 290, 2,461 hits, 377 homers, 560 doubles, and 1,518 RBIs. But as a second baseman, he also has the all-time record in home runs with 351 and is fourth in RBIs in players of his position. He also won an MVP in 2000. A lot of people will say that he probably wasn't the best player on any of the teams he played for. I understand, but the thing is, Kent could hit. That period. He was a very good hitter. And there it is. That's my ballot for 2021. Bonds, Clemens, Sosa, Wagner, Schilling, Helton, Abreu, Vizquel, Rowland, and Kent. That'll be it until next time, and you can follow me on Twitter at El Rocco Man, my YouTube channel, which is Buceo Deportivo with Roberto Colon, and also you can follow me at unanimodeportes.com. Thank you very much. Until the next opportunity.